Hello and welcome to one of the best earning races in the game and my take on it. This is called fast farming, whatever it takes. I like to run this as fast as possible, and we're going to get into that and many more things in this video. Now, this is a rolling start race versus the older version for the 2014 LMP1 cars, where you all start on the grid. This one pays a little bit more, and honestly, it's a little more fun. Now, what am I driving here? So this is the Nissan Nismo GTR LM. Here are the specs and what it costs to fully upgrade this car. Honestly, that's not bad when you compare this to cars like the Ferrari SP3 Daytona or the Aston Martin Valkyrie. They're quite a lot more to fully upgrade, and this is quite a monstrous car. Interesting thing is this is front-wheel drive, so it's quite shocking. Can't do donuts in this car, but that's not why you get into this monster. This is a great car, definitely one of my favorites. Now, we're not going to do the whole race. We're going to skip through this a few different ways. And coming up to the, oh, check this out. Barely missing the wall, barely missing that guy. Let's fast forward. We're going to lap 3. This lap is about navigating traffic when you're racing, which is going to happen. Now, again, I'm taking cuts. Why take off-track cuts? Good question. Avoid slow traffic. Keep your momentum. Save time, which equals more earnings per minute. And I'm going to get more into that later. We're going to get into the particulars. Now, that last corner I just took, you can take that full throttle in this car, but it's risky. If you get it just a tiny bit wrong, you're going to go off track and waste all sorts of time. Now, I've got this guy at the perfectly wrong point. Actually, that wasn't too bad. That is not off track. You can do that in time trials and in endurance races, not off track. You really need to know where is and isn't on track according to Real Racing 3. Coming to the next chicane, it's not the same. And so you get off track here, all 4 tires off track that is, and you will be losing some speed. So here, none of that was off track. Again, you got to really know that if you want to maximize your earnings. Also very important for time trial competitions. So why is it so important to me to finish fast? Well, it is about those earnings per minute. And let's get into an example so you can see what I mean. Oh, big cut there, right? So fame pay with agent is $56,700. If it takes me 30 minutes, that's 1,890 fame per minute. 26 minutes, that's 2,180 fame per minute. That means 290 more fame per minute. Well, that's nice to have. Now, it's not really that critical. Like, if you want to take 30 minutes to do this race, that's fine. But I always want to be just learning something and trying to improve. That's why I actually started refocusing on this race recently and kind of doing some more training just to get myself faster here. I hadn't run this race for, honestly, I couldn't remember when I last ran it. So I ran it the other day and I thought, that's not bad. I did a little bit of training, and this is that video. This is me setting my fastest lap I've ever done here and my overall fastest time. That actually could be faster. I get a little bit sloppy. This section, man, that section is tricky to master in this car. And then last chicane, hey, I'm blowing through it. But you got to be careful or you're going to end up getting tangled up or get hurt. Okay, let's get on to another topic. We're going to skip ahead here. So, braking and acceleration points. You can see we're at lap 8. This will be my fastest lap ever. Now, we're taking a big cut here. You're going to notice I only lift when I want to regain control. Now, watch, just as this corner starts, that's my reference point. And then apex of the corner, meaning the center of the corner. Want to be back to the throttle no later than that. Again, you could take this full throttle. Watch. I do a very, very quick lift and reapply. It just helps me to scrub a tiny bit of speed and take that better. You'll notice I took that corner very close to the right. Now I'm slowly washing over to the left. And let's watch on the left of my braking point, this distance marker. I'm braking about 3 car lengths later. That's why those 3 cars are there. Watch, taking this to the right. I want to get back to the throttle there. I was a little bit later that time, but that's my hope, is to get back to the throttle right about at that wall. And again, none of that was off track, so you're not scrubbing speed, you're not losing speed that way. Now, watch on your left. There's going to be some big green things there. At the end of that one, that's where I'm on these brakes. And again, you need the right race line, okay? Then I'm right at that apex of that corner, a couple of car lengths before that wall, and you can see I'm pushing those boundaries as much as I possibly can. staying far to the right. So far, bots don't drive there. Then I get over one lane. Watch to your right. There's a sign. That's my reference point. I'm on those brakes right at that point. Going far to the left to get my tires into the sand. Cutting off track a little bit. Yeah, maybe I got to the gas a little bit early, but that's okay. Kind of get back to the gas when it feels safe. You're going to have to feel that one out. Now this is a long run. You want to watch on your left. There's going to be a distance marker, overhead banner, then another distance marker. I'm braking about a car length after the first distance marker, which you can see here. So about a car length past that. Don't take 2 tires off track there because it'll increase your braking distance. Check this out. Brakes on my gas, I should say. There, watch the wall on your right. First one. As soon as that ends, I'm on the brakes. Going to the left, to the right. Get to the gas, back to the gas around there. Just feel it as soon as you can. Now we're full throttle for a while. Again, you're going to see distance markers on your left, but I actually want you to focus on the building behind that, okay? Just see that building? I'm braking about a car length after that building, maybe 2. Back on the gas really quick, and you got to get a really nice race line. Look at this, over to there. Really nice race line to pull this off. On the brakes quite a while. That's because I want to stay full throttle. Maybe add a car length to that last acceleration point. That's why you see the ish. It's like, not quite sure. Blasting through here. Only lift if you have to. You're going to watch me here. I'm going to be lifting a little bit. You'll want to make sure I'm not sliding off into that gravel. Okay, my fastest no rules lap there. Look at that, just shy of 227. Now, very next lap, I was making mistakes in this race. So, how do you handle those mistakes? How do you recover? That's important, right? So here's lap traffic. This guy is perfectly in the wrong spot, and I'm not anticipating how much he slows down. So, I didn't slow down enough, lost some speed. These Porsches don't have the same speed as my Nissan, so I'll overtake this Porsche. It will out-corner me in a better driver. The bots are horrible, so don't worry about that. I'm worried about that bot in front of me. How slow is he going to be? I am not expecting him to be this slow and hanging to the left for so long. That threw me into trouble here. Woo! Just missed that wall, baby. I had the total wrong race line heading into that corner because of that bot. Well, what do I do about that? I was on the brakes at the proper time, but that was for me to take a very specific race line. There's no way for me to fix that when I'm already on those brakes. So I'm braking a bit late, making up for some lost time. Woo, that was a blast. That was a fast drive through that chicane. Trying to make up for some lost time. If you have a bad exit to a corner, you can kind of push your braking point at the next corner, but not too much. Be careful. You want to make up some time, not lose more. Same with this. I scrub a little bit, but yeah, it's not bad. I'm still making up time. Pretty happy with that. But there's more trouble to come, guys. It gets pretty bad, actually. This is fine. That was a pretty normal entry. That was a pretty normal exit of that corner. So I'm going to take my braking point normally here, which you'll notice. Not getting those side rights on the grass at all, because that'll increase my braking distance. Here, same problem. And look at this. Oh, that's painful. I was on the brakes for the right time, but I wasn't expecting that bot to do that. Thankfully, my windshield's fine. Now, I've got to aggressively block so that I can have the proper trajectory into this corner, or else I've got to get on the brakes way earlier. So you can see this is not a perfect race. Now we're nearing the end of this video. Very soon, we're going to warp ahead to the last lap. I'm just going to show you that I blow this. So this lap ended up being 2:33. Not horrible, but for me, for taking off track cuts, yeah, that's horrible. And here we go. Check this out. Quick adjustment for woo traffic. And there we go. That's the end of my race. Let's get to those final numbers. Of course, I hired the manager to double my R dollars. Then we've got the big friends bonus, getting all of that. And I hired the agent to double my fame. So, fame per minute, 2,230 fame per minute with the agent, 21,288 R dollars per minute with the manager. Add even more to that on bonus fame days and bonus R days. So pretty nice earnings there. Please like, please subscribe, drop me a comment if you want to, and join me next time. Bye-bye now.